We cha-cha slide into the beat, baby, on a Valentine's Day here on In My Own Words, the podcast, hottest show on the streets. Yours truly, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, and we go to them running backs, those Alabama running backs. Will Alabama's running game be dominant in 2020, even with a loaded backfield? I believe it will. No matter who wins the quarterback job, though my money is on Mac Jones, just saying. No matter who wins the quarterback job, whether it's Mac Jones or Bryce Young, they're going to use the running backs. They're going to use the stable of running backs in Alabama's backfield. Crimson Tide's got 7 backs on the roster. You look at Najee Harris, a senior, Brian Robinson, a senior, Keelan Robinson, a sophomore, Trey Sanders, a redshirt freshman. Everybody's happy to see Trey Sanders. And then you have the trio of true freshmen, Jace McClellan, Roydell Williams, and Kyle Edwards. A lot of people very happy, very excited to see the running back room. Najee Harris coming off a 1,000-yard season, his first ever career 1,000-yard season, 1,224 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns. He got stronger, he got better as the season went on, especially from the LSU game down throughout the remainder of the year. When you talk Brian Robinson, somebody of whom he doesn't have that one really true elite area in his game that you can look at and go, bam, Brian Robinson can give this more than any other back on the roster, but he does a lot of things really well. He runs behind his pads well. He's a strong pass blocker, great run blocker, can catch the ball at the backfield. So he does a lot of things really well. In terms of Keelan Robinson, Nick Saban said it. Keelan's got juice. He's got probably the best subtle initial burst, quickness, speed in the hole, and then hitting the afterburners once it gets into open space. That's Keelan. Trey Sanders is a combination. He can do a lot of things well. He can run the ball well. He's very fast, very agile, very athletic, very good hands out the backfield. If I could give an NFL comp, if I could make an NFL composition for Trey Sanders, he would be Ezekiel Elliott mixed with Alvin Kamara. That would be my comp for Trey Sanders in the NFL. Zeke Elliott mixed with Alvin Kamara. And if Trey Sanders did not get hurt, Jesus, why? If he did not hurt the foot in the August camp, I think Trey Sanders would have surpassed Najee and Brian Robinson. I 100% believe it. I'm not a gambling guy, but I would put a stack of hundreds. I would put a stack of Ben Franklins on that. If Trey Sanders does not hurt the foot in August camp, then he surpasses Najee and Brian Robinson. So Najee and Brian got a blessing this past year when Trey Sanders popped that foot in August camp. But Trey Sanders is special. And then you look at the 3 freshmen, fans are excited to see. What can Jace McClellan, the 5-star from Texas, give this program? What can Roydell Williams, the 4-star from Hueytown High School here in Alabama, what can he provide? What can Kyle Edwards, the 4-star, 3 to 4-star from Louisiana, what can Kyle Edwards provide? So this is a very stacked group. 7 guys on the roster. And I feel like, once again, no matter what Alabama has at quarterback, whoever wins this job, they're going to feature these backs because Nick Saban wants to get back to that ball control ordeal where you are having balance, where you have fun throwing the football, targeting the wide receivers, hitting guys in stride with the different pass patterns that Steve Sarkisian is going to throw out there. But at the same time, Saban wants to get back to leaning and wearing down the psyche of an opposing defense. And how do you do that? By running the football behind a big, physical, nasty, beefy offensive line. And when you look at the 7 running backs Alabama has here, when you talk about this offensive line from left to right, if Alabama goes with this group here from left to right, when you talk Alex Leatherwood, left tackle, Evan Neal, left guard, Darian Dalcourt, as much as I love Landon Dickerson, Darian Dalcourt at center, Deontay Brown, right guard, Landon Dickerson, right tackle. It goes with that group. You are sending a huge thank you to Najee Harris in the rest of these backs. And the reason why, if you look at this, Netherwood's 310 pounds, Nealon's 360, Dalcourt 292, Deontay Brown 338, and Dickerson 308. You're looking at an average offensive line of 322 pounds. Talk about that. An average offensive line of 322 pounds, and they're all over 6'3". So then there's that. You're talking about a very strong, powerful offensive line to where you can run power off the right, you can run power off the left, you can run power up the middle. You can do whatever the heck you want to with this offensive line. But these 7 backs here on the roster, I'm excited, people. I mean, I'm excited. What Najee can give, you know what Najee can give, what Brian Robinson can potentially give, or what he can give, what Trey Sanders can give coming back. This is arguably, unarguably, the deepest group in college football going into this upcoming season. But we're going to go to our final break here on the show. When we get back, we finish the topic of running backs and we wrap this up. Don't touch that dial. We're coming back.
Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $5.95 per month or pay $49.95 for a full year subscription. That's a saving of almost $22. Make sure to subscribe before it's too late and get our new freshly printed end of the year magazine issue. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
Continuing with the running back conversation here on In My Own Words, as we put a pretty bow on this thing on a Valentine's Day. I mean, for me, I'm excited about this running back room. It's deep, it's diverse. A lot of guys can do a lot of things. If you're Charles Huff, running backs coach, you got a lot to work with. My only concern with the running back room is typically Nick Saban likes to keep 5 backs on a roster. The magic number is 5. He tends to always keep 5. He's got 7 on here. So is there potential where Alabama could lose a guy or two to the portal? And that's a question right there. You have to consider that. Now, Nick Saban, in his mind, he wants to keep all 7 guys. And if he can keep all 7 guys, then that's a big credit to the recruiting prowess of Nick Saban. But I kind of have a feeling here that one of these 7, maybe 2, but more than so than likely, one of these 7 could hit the portal. And the reason why I'm saying this is, when you look at Najee Harris, Najee gives you something that no other back on this roster can give you. The hurdle, the stiff arm, and the spin move. Those 3 things. When you see hurdle, that's my baby Najee. When you see stiff arm, that's Najee. When you see spin move, oh my gosh, look at Najee. No one else gives you the stiff arm, the hurdle, the spin move. No one gives you that the way Najee Harris can. That's what he does. That's what sets him apart. That's what diversifies him. Those 3 things. When you look at Keelan Robinson, no one got that juice like Keelan. No one got that speed, that burst like Keelan. That's what sets Keelan apart. When you look at Trey Sanders, folks are saying it got robbed from him as freshman year just due to the injury. So people are looking forward to seeing what Trey can do. And then you have Jace McClellan. What can Jace give? What can Roydell Williams give? What can Kyle Edwards give? People are waiting to see what the young freshman can. Highway 69 of Alabama Highway 69 South. I watched B-Rob play in high school. The kid was a beast. Was a dog. Tuscaloosa kid. But there's just not that one thing, that one elite area to his game where you look at it and go, nobody else can give us this. Brian Robinson's the only one. And when I look at just that criteria right there, that's what I'm saying when I'm mentioning Bama could potentially lose one of these guys to the portal. I would love to keep all 7. Nick Saban would love to keep all 7. I'm pretty sure Charles Huff would love to keep all 7. If they can keep all 7, it's big. It's great. But I feel like at the end of the day, one of these guys will go to that graduate transfer portal. At least one, maybe even two, but at least one. And it kind of goes back to the 2013 season. Y'all remember 2013 when Alabama had TJ Yeldon, Kenyon Drake, Derrick Henry, D. Hart, Tyron Jones, Alvin Kamara, and Alti Tenpenny? My God, they had 7 backs then. Remember that? D. Hart kept getting hurt. He transfers to Colorado State. Tyron Jones couldn't stay off the weed. Couldn't stay off the weed. And Tyron Jones ends up getting kicked out of the program. Alvin Kamara transfers to Tennessee. And then, God rest his soul, Alti Tenpenny transferred out of the program and passed away tragically. God, I hate that. And you ended up with the 3 amigos, Derrick Henry, TJ Yeldon, and Kenyon Drake. This is looking much like 2013 when you got 7 backs on the roster. You have 7 backs and you want to keep them. You want to keep all the babies. Alabama fans, you love these players as if they're your own children. You want to keep them all. And Nick Saban wants to keep them all. But it's going to be interesting to see. Does Alabama lose one of the portal? Could Alabama lose one of the portal? But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, you want the best in Alabama football news, notes, and information in terms of Touchdown Alabama magazine and in my own words, the podcast. This is how you do it. You be the smart fan. You be the envy of your friends. You invest in yourself by getting the Touchdown Alabama magazine app. And you can get this app by downloading it from the Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, Overcast.fm, or iHeartRadio. We got you covered. If the good Lord sees fit, I will be back on Monday bringing you more Crimson Tide football news, notes, and information. But on a Valentine's Day, I leave you with my favorite 3 things, folks. Husbands, you know what to do, baby. Love them wives. Wives, give your husbands that good smooch. Children, don't bother your parents. Have a great weekend. Get your 3 hearty meals a day, 3 strong laughs a day. Until next time, I'm your man, Stephen M. Smith. Peace. Holla at your boy. This has been In My Own Words. Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.